Hello, I'm Suzanne, and I'm a foodaholic. My name is Suzanne Schoenig, and I am a program director at American General Media in San Luis Obispo. Work with the Crush 92.5, super fun, like lifestyle station, wine, music, stuff like that, classic rock with 93.3 KZOZ, and it's so cool because I grew up listening to KZOZ. And now I'm here working at the station, and it's expanded into the Crush and just this fun group of people that I work with. So, I have a super cool job. I love what I do. Working with the two stations, it's a lot of multitasking, which I love because I thrive on that kind of stuff. But it can end up being like work is my life sometimes, and I kind of forget about myself. I am also a workaholic on top of the foodaholic thing. I'm single, I have no kids. I'm, coming up on a pretty big landmark birthday. I'm turning 40, and I said it out loud. I'm just saying it out loud, like I'm owning it, because what else can you do? But I go out, I love concerts. I go to concerts all the time. So I guess I'm kind of like a man about town or a woman about town kind of thing, where I just like to be out and social and hanging out with people. Because I'm on the go, I grab and go food a lot, fast food. I don't really think about what I'm putting into my body and how it's affecting me. I don't take time to maybe work out on a regular basis, or I'll go through phases of, okay, I'm gonna eat right and go to the gym, and then, as soon as things get like busy and out of control, I'm like, that's the first thing I let go of, I let go of me, and I maintain all these other plates that are spinning in my life with the job and the friends and the going out and stuff. So food and exercise and just like self-care is kind of like my first thing that I always let go of. It's the last thing that I care about, I guess. I'm just not taking care of myself, and I need to figure out how to do that and I guess my mental thing is like make a change. I don't know what that is yet, or I haven't known what that was, but I want to do something.
The reason we started with Siobhan Weight Management Program is because my husband was quite ill a few years ago, and he weighed 300 pounds, and he was yo-yoing with his weight. He would gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it, and he was quite frustrated. And he was on 10 different medications as a result. I was helping people, and I thought to myself, I've helped so many people, why can't I help my own husband? And I came up with a program that not only makes people lose weight, but to maintain the weight loss. The Siobhan Weight Management Program is not just addressing the things at the level of biology. It's biology, psychology, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's the whole thing. We look at people as a whole, and we look at people at a cellular level. So we work it from there to a higher level. There's so many things that are involved. It's not just nutrition, and it's not just exercise. It's not just stress. It's not just pollution and toxins. It's just a variety of different factors. And if you don't address all of them, then you haven't really completed this whole process that you need to get people to lose weight and maintain. My husband lost 70 pounds in the program that I actually made for him. For my husband, he was able to get off 10 medications, and that was huge for him. But for a lot of other people, it's just not being healthier, but feeling healthier, feeling so confident, realizing that, wow, I am somebody, I can do this. And not only just doing the weight loss, it gives them the courage to do other things that they wanted to do, but they never did.
I think at the end of this 6 months that I will have learned a lot more about my body and like what's going on inside. And then I absolutely hope that I have lost some weight and that you'll see me in like a size 12 or something. For me, that would be like awesome. Like I don't even need to be ever in like a single digit jeans. Like I don't need that. I just need to I would love to go down a couple pant sizes. and then feeling better, having that energy to sustain all of this go that I do in a more reasonable way.
So Siobhan's weight management program starts with a first phase, which we call detoxification phase. What it is we are exposed to so many environmental factors. We're exposed to so many different factors that's causing us to gain weight and not be able to get rid of it. Because the toxins can be either water soluble or fat soluble. And our body's response to save us, to protect us, is to hold on. If it's water soluble compound, toxin, it's going to hold on to every drop of fluid so that it can dilute that toxin. So the solution to pollution is dilution, is what we tell our patients. And that's your body's trying to protect you by holding on to that fluid. So the first phase really focuses on getting rid of those toxins. Because once you get rid of those toxins, you will easily get rid of fluid or fat. And we know if patients have fluid or fat, a testing that we do is computerized testing, and it measures how much fat people have, how much water, how much muscle, how much toxins, how much bone, how many cells are being generated, and how many cells are dying at the same time. Phase 2 is a rapid fat loss program. And that program is focused on now people have gotten rid of the toxins, hopefully, and that phase 1 can last more than a month. And now let's focus on the fat loss. And that's when we start them on a certain low-calorie diet and also add some hormones to help them with the weight loss. This whole 4 phases are actually 6 months. And phase 3 and 4 is reintroducing certain nutrients and making sure that if they haven't lost the amount of weight that we want them to, because we have expectations, then what is holding them back? The whole time we are also addressing their hormonal balance, but what if there's something else like heavy metals that we haven't addressed? What if there's food sensitivities that we haven't addressed? So we really focus on what could be going on that we haven't addressed yet and try to do that. Meanwhile, we're helping them, educating them with their sleep patterns and how can they have better sleep hygiene? How can they decrease their stress? All these factors that adds to weight gain, we address it.
It definitely was a weight first, because it's something that I've always struggled with. Feeling kind of like uncomfortable in my own skin because maybe I feel like my clothes don't fit right, or I just feel like sluggish, or, like I try to maintain this energy level and I feel like I do a pretty good job of it. But then as soon as I get home and I kind of put my bag down, it's like, ugh. And there's nothing left. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to have something left. I've always been heavier and I've always felt like body image issues, right? A lot of women have that. And I definitely suffer from that. A lot of bad self-talk, a lot of not good enough, not, because of how I look or weigh, or I'm not that girl on the magazine and I don't need to be or want to be. But for a long time in my life, I felt like I needed to be and I did want to be, and I never was. So that. 6 months down the road, I do have hopes that I will have lost weight. And again, I know I'm not that girl on the magazine and I don't want to be, and I don't need to be, but just something that feels more comfortable to me. None of the clothes in my closet fit me right now because I go through that up and down weight thing. Obviously, with the emotional stuff that's coming out, that is a big deal. But now, starting this program that I'm doing with Revive MD, I've learned more about the health part of it. My expectation out of this is, let's lose some weight, Suze, but let's lose some weight and figure out how to sustain that. And that probably is going to mean some lifestyle changes. So I expected that. I hope to lose some weight and I'm going to have to make some lifestyle changes. What that will mean, I have no idea at this point. Let's just go in there, and I'm kind of I'll just try it once, right? If it sucks, then bye, Felicia. But if it's cool, then stick with it.
Hello!
How's it going?
Look at you!
I'm half of me. Maybe not half.
Not half.
Not actual half, but that's how it feels. Hello, I'm Suzanne, and I'm a foodaholic. lot of bad self-talk, a lot of like not good enough, not, you know, because of how I look or weigh, or like I'm not that girl on the magazine, and I don't need to be or want to be. But for a long time in my life, I felt like I needed to be, and I did want to be, and I never was. So that.
You just saw yourself 6 months ago, a little over 6 months ago.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't believe that was me. Now, like, I've lost a lot of weight. And it's hard, I see it when I look in the mirror, but I guess I didn't realize how much it really outwardly appears to people until I really just saw myself again. Like, that's crazy. I always, feel like the weight and those, body image issues that I talked about before really have been such a thing for me in my life that it bogged me down a lot. And I don't know, basically now I feel like I've let go of some of that stuff. And part of it was losing the weight. Part of it is realizing that I'm actually relatively healthy after going through all this and the blood panels with Dr. Shaban and things like that. I found out that I'm not dying, because you don't, when you don't know, you think the worst, right? And then you don't want to know even more. Just don't think about it. Just throw it away. Whatever, it is what it is. But now I know, I feel more in control. That's a good word. I feel more in control of my life. My goal was to lose 50 pounds. That was my weight goal. And then beyond that, it was figuring out health. And
where did you end up?
I lost 50 pounds. I lost 50 pounds, and then I'll let you know too, because I've been out of the program for about a month now, on my own, and still practicing these good habits. And I've lost a few more pounds, so I'm down 55 pounds total. Aside from the weight loss, which is amazing, I feel so good about that. But I'm moving forward in life like a whole different person. I mean, I still exhaust myself because that's my nature, but I have way more energy, and I get home now and I'm cooking myself dinner and I'm doing my laundry, and I'm getting these things done that I would usually just be meh, and that's why I was eating all the fast food before, because I didn't have the energy to go home and do these things for myself, or I didn't, again, prioritize it right, I guess. But yes, I have more energy. I'm dealing with work better. I mean, you could talk to some of my coworkers. I'm not freaking out as much about things, my stress. I'm handling my stress better for sure. Yeah. So I brought, if you saw the first video, I brought the jacket back that I was wearing there, because it just doesn't really fit me anymore. But I'll just, so.
You can stand up.
It's basically before, when I brought this in here, this is I could just wear it open, and it was really tight. Remember that Chris Farley fat guy in a little coat? That's me before, and now I feel this is I'm swimming in it, and I can actually zip this now, which is really cool. And there's a lot of room in it too. So this is this is just a very easy visual to show progress, and as I was going through the program and trying on clothes that are in my closet, I'm growing out of a lot of my stuff in reverse. So, this is crazy.
Look at you.
Look at me. This is crazy. How is this happening right now? I feel so good now. I feel way healthier. I feel way more in control. And I have so much more confidence now. So for me, I'm so proud and happy about that for me.
Oh, I think Sue did amazing. I am so proud of her. It's easy to make anyone lose weight, but it's not always easy to have them keep that weight off. So with all that education that we hand to patients, we're hoping that they are educated enough that they make a good informed decision with every choice they make in their life.
That's a great word for it, education. It's super educational. I learned so much about how to take care of myself, because yourself and myself are different, and we need different things. We need similar things because we're all human beings, but we need different things, you and me. Prioritizing my own health is a huge thing. I never did that before, and now it's the first thing on my mind all the time. And I wish I would have done this sooner. I wish this would have been my mentality my whole life, but it wasn't. And so all the education that I've learned is my huge gift from Revive MD and Dr. Shaban for sure. And I take that into the future and then committed to being this way forever.
So if you're going to say something to Dr. Shaban, what would that be? You're going to send a message to her.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. I'm gonna cry again. Yeah, just thank you.